Welcome to my YouTube channel Kadam Academy. Dear friend, we are going to start with the Python for mechanical engineers. Under these videos, number of videos you will clear the Python, basic Python, what the Python, simple programming related to mechanical engineering. Here we'll start with today's lecture with what is the computer. This first session on basic introduction related to computer. What is computer? The word computer is derived from compute, which means to calculate. A computer is an electronic device which accepts data from a user and it processes the data and calculation specified by the user. User क्या करता है? User will be given some processed data he will do and generates an output. Computer perform these operations with speed and accuracy using certain hardware and software. Hardware is visible physical element of a computer and software consists of written set of instructions used to control hardware. Friend, दोस्तों, what is the computer? We have to learn. The picture shows the various components of modern computer system. Is the input devices. Second is the central processing unit, where it will be CPU called with the memory unit, and last one is the output. This is the total devices for the computer. And this hardware of a computer system, इसमें क्या होता है? इसमें होता है it consists of three main components, which input output units or devices, or central processing unit or devices, and memory unit. These input output devices are, what are those? We'll see here. The user interact with the computer using various input or output devices or units. क्या होता है? What will happen here? Units can be given to computer using input devices such as keyboard, mouse. These are the input devices. The input unit of computer converts data that it accepts from user into form of understandable byte. And as soon as computer receives the input, it is processed and sent to its output device. Monitors, printers, etc. are the example for the output devices of computer. These are the input devices. Here, these are the some transferring devices, and these are the output devices: printer, monitor, okay, audio, or these are the big printer. Okay. Central processing unit. Next is the CPU. The CPU is one of the most important parts of a computer. It handles processing of data and consists of an arithmetic logic unit, ALU, and control unit. The ALU performs all operations on the input data. Whatever the input data हमने दिया है, that will be, it will get do it the arithmetic, this logic unit. It will do the operations and control it in unit directs the computer memory, and input and output devices respond to the instruction received from a program. Friend, this CPU, central processing unit, you can visualize with this. All the memory or chips are shown to you for the CPU, Intel or AMD. These are the memory devices. Okay. Central processing unit with the, this is for the Apple company, by microprocessor, Microsoft, AMD company. These are the glimpses for the memory unit or CPU. The function of memory unit is to store program. That microprocessor or the memory unit is to, what is the function? To store programs and data. The unit is compilation of numerous storage cells, and each cell can store 1 bit of information. These cells are processed in a group of a fixed sizes of units called words and they never read or write as a individual cells. The computer's memory system can be divided into following three groups. What are those groups? First is the internal memory, primary memory, and secondary memory. In internal memory, it refers to a set of registers confined to the CPU. The number of registers are confined to CPU, and these registers hold temporary results when computation is in progress. In second number, primary memory. That primary memory, what is a? It is a storage area. It is a main storage area in which all the programs are executed. All the programs and data must be stored in primary memory for a speedy execution. And what is the secondary memory? It is also known as external memory or storage memory. The programs and data are stored here for long term, just like hard disk, floppy disk, CDs, DVDs, magnetic tapes are different forms of the secondary memory. You can see the pictures of these secondary storage devices. Friends, दोस्तों, the overview of programming languages. Till now we have learned the computer, what is computer, and programming languages we are going to study here. So computer program is a set of instructions which performs a specific task when executed by computer. Computer programs are commonly known as software, and the instructions in a program tell a computer what to do, and these instructions can be written in three types of programming languages. How many languages? Three types. Okay. First is the machine language, second is the assembly language, and third one is the high level language. The three types of the language are there. In machine language, what will happen? Computer is an electronic machine. Already we have discussed. हमने already discussed किया है. What is the which can understand this computer machine? Electronic machine can understand the instruction written in binary form. Binary means what? Either 0 or either 1. Okay, there must be any 0 or 1 when we type it, so that will be understood by that machine. A program written in zeros and ones is called machine language. Program written in zeros or ones is called machine language. While a computer easily understands this language, it's very easy to understand for a computer, but it is difficult to humans. What? Humans to write the instruction in terms of zeros and ones. How? See, this is the consider one example. I will show you one example. A series of numbers such as 0011 or 1000 or 1010. These are the instructions written in machine language. So what is the actual meaning of this? The instruction implies addition number stored at location 8. This is the number 8 represents 1000, and another number stored at location 10. 1010 means 10 number will stored like this in a machine language. Storing the results at location 8, 1000. Here binary code is 0011 stand for addition. So this number when we write 100, 0011 and 1010, that will be the meaning is what? 8 plus 10 is equal to 18. It will show the 18, and where is the location? Like this, the binary code in machine language. What is assembly language? Assembly language form a last example already where for machine language. We know that it is difficult to write, read and communicate or change the program written in machine language for humans, because you can assume 0 1 0 1 1 0, a number of numbers are there. How can, where it is starting, where it is closing, it is not easy to understand. It is not easy to change the program. Hence, need to create another more convenient language arose. This convenient language is nothing but the assembly language, which was developed subsequently. Machine operations are represented by mnemonic codes which will be understandable or remember, easy to remember. याद करने के लिए बहुत easy है, ऐसा कुछ words रहते हैं. That is the add, ADD or MUL, and symbolic names that specify the memory address. उस एड्रेस पे वो सेव होता है. तो consider the following example. Just like example, I will show you MOV X, capital X, space 10, MOV Y, space 20, ADD X, Y. See here. This example for MOV X, 10 means what? Here the MOV indicates an operation to store the value variable X as a 10. This will nothing but shows the where to store X as a 10, next Y as a 20, and add X and Y. So this add implies addition of the contents of variable X and Y, and finally storing the result is variable X itself. So since computers cannot understand the assembly language, program called assembler. What? Assembler is used to translate the assembly language programs into equivalent machine language programs. So, and third one is the high level language. What are the high level languages? These are very much easier to write than the low level languages, because these programs written in these are similar to instruction written in English language. Like in English language, हम लोग जैसे बात करते हैं, what we are talking in English. Similarly, we are writing in this high level language. Here, high does not imply that the language is complicated. It means the language is more problem oriented. Okay. Generally, high languages are platform independent. What is the platform independent means what? This means that one can write a program in a high level language and run it on different types of machines. Any, that may be Windows, that may be Macintosh, or that may be Linux, or that may be Ubuntu, or very different type of machines. It will be easily run. Instructions written in high level languages are called statements. Instruction written in the high level languages are statements. For example, a statement to calculate a square of a number can be written in high level languages are square is equal to number into number. This is the instruction. It is written in high level language. So there are many high level languages. The selection of language is based on the purpose it is expected to fulfill. A program written in high languages is called source code or source program. Source code or source program in high level language. Okay. What will happen? The process of execution of program written in high level language, how it is there? Just see in step 1, an interpreter or compiler is used to translate a program written in high level language into equivalent machine code for execution. Okay. So in step 2, a linker is used to combine the object code and the code stored in libraries into machine language. I will show you. Just read it carefully. Finally, loader, the machine language code generated in step 2 is executed. See here, this figure for high language, how it is work. Source code, the program were written. Okay, it will come to the compiler. It creates the object code. Compiler will create the object code, and after that linker will link the modules and the libraries of program. Whatever the supporting programming are required or the sub-programming are required, it will link to this compiler, this source code, and link with these libraries. And after that, loader is execute the program into memory for execution. This is the steps to execute high level language program. Okay, this is actual happening in computer. Here is the compiler. What is that compiler? This is the compiler here. High level language, it will connect with the machine language. It is a software that translates the program written in high level language into machine language. The compiler are useful for this one. Okay, this compile program is called object code. This compile program are called object code, or the object code is an executable code which can run as a standalone code. That is, it does not need the compiler to be present during the execution. Okay, this will create that after running that code, that executable code will be useful to run independently. Always did not require the compiler. Every programming language such as C, C++ and Java, जो भी language है, or Python or any programming language has its own compiler. It is inbuilt that when we install that software. Okay, the interpreter, while a compiler converts a whole source code into an equivalent object code or machine code, which will be after the work is the interpreter reads the source code line by line and converts into object code. Object code, that is code understandable to machine. So this is the work of interpreter. Okay, conversion of object code, and after this this understandable into machine interpreter, and after that linker. What is the purpose of linker? It is a program that links different program modules and libraries. What are supporting subprograms that will be linked from a single executable program. A source code of a program is very large, or it can consist of hundreds of lines. The linker will be connect before this execution of the program. All the modules of program and the required libraries of supporting programs are linked together using this software called linker. So this is a linker, the compiler, interpreter, linker. Lastly, this compiled and linked program are called executable code. Compiled and linked program are called executable code. And lastly, the loader. So what is the loader? This is the software used to load and relocate the executable program in main memory during the execution. Here, the source code after this compiler, and it will convert into object code, that is machine language understandable. After it, linker will work, and the additional file or the library file, it will merge it and convert into executable file. That is the exe file. आपको पता होगा that exe file will be created, and that is loader will be stored. This, what is the purpose of this loader? This is software load and relocate. Relocation of this executable program in the main memory during the execution. Okay, so this is the loader assigning the storage space to program in the main memory for the execution. These are the three main. This will work like this for the machine language, high level language. So friend, you have to watch the various videos related to Python for mechanical engineers. So friend, if you are not subscribed my channel, please subscribe for the updated videos. Thank you very much.